Hey guys, this is our first day working on square root functions, or sometimes you'll hear them called radical functions as well. And again, as you notice, there's no notes video, just this assignment, one page that I want you to kind of start to get used to what these look like by using Desmos, plugging them in and kind of comparing them and contrasting them and just kind of making some qualitative observations today. What are you noticing when you put in a square root function, y equals square root of x? And even some other functions too, and comparing it to what about a linear function, or what about the quadratic function? So again, just kind of step back and look at kind of the numbers and what they're doing, and just the graph itself. What is going on when you plug in something like y equals square root of x? Okay. So part one, or part A of that first problem, says plug in y equals square root of x, and what do you get and what do you notice? So if I go down here, and hopefully it'll kind of work from here, y equals, square root of x. You notice there's the graph of the square root or radical function. It says it wants you to make it black and dashed. You can hit that little gear right above, right here, right above the where it says y equals square root of x, and a little bit to the right there. You hit the gear, and then I can change this to make it black, and I can make it dashed. I just kind of want that to be the one in general that you're looking at, and then you're comparing everything else to it. So first part there says make two qualitative observations. What are you noticing? Yep, maybe you say something like it's a curved graph. Maybe you see it like it's going up and to the right. It's increasing, as you can see. Anything you want, but you make some qualitative observations about it. Again, there's not a lot of incorrect answers there, but just what are you noticing so far? Okay. Then I want you to plug in, as it notes there, like a linear function, y equals x, and compare and contrast. Remember, so compare means how are they the same, and contrast means how are they different. So you almost have like two bullet points here, like here's me comparing it, here's you comparing it, make a statement how and what way are they similar at all, okay? And then contrast them, and what way are they different. And again, it's easy to say one's curved and one's not. Try to push yourself to try to say, okay, what else do you notice? Okay, you can definitely say that, but there might be a little more to it. I mean, can you find something else that also fits in too? So again, going down here, maybe just kind of showing what that might look like. So I'll put in y equals just x. There's the linear function. And again, do they have common points involved? I mean, are they going up at a certain angle or certain direction that's the same? Like what are you noticing about a linear and a square root function or a radical function? What's the same and what's different? And then also you'll put in y equals x squared, which is our quadratic function. So y equals x squared. Again, what do you notice about those? It's the same. Can compare them. What's similar? And then contrast them. What is different as well? Okay, and that's what the first question, again, is kind of when you step back and make some observations about that stuff. What are you noticing? Okay, then question 2 in today's assignment. Just reading the directions here with you, and just make sure you understand, it wants you to make predictions first of all. Before you start graphing, before you go to Desmos, make predictions without entering a function, entering a function, and yet it asks you for what do you think is going to happen with a radical function? What's going to make things happen like we've seen before with quadratics, maybe even exponentials? Like what were changes that we could do to the parent function to make these things happen, like a stretch, or like a shrink, or like a reflection, or a translation, okay? And just kind of reminding you, remember for let's say the parent function for a quadratic, right? Here's y equals x squared. Well, remember to make a stretch, we had y equals 2x squared, okay? That made something stretch vertically. You could also think make it steeper, right? Was with this when there was a number that was greater than 1 as the leading coefficient. What made a shrink? Something like y equals 1/2 x squared. Not just a fraction, you guys, right? It was something that was less than 1, so it could be a decimal. It could be 0.5 x squared. I mean, that's the same thing, but 0.25 x squared. A decimal was what made it make a vertical shrink, and actually made the graph wider, if you remember, for our parabolas, okay? Actually made them wider, whereas for the stretch, it made it skinnier, we could say, compared to the parent function, okay? So things like that. We're talking about radical function now. Again, you haven't punched anything in yet, but make a prediction. What kind of equation do you think would do that for a radical function, okay? A reflection, or what made a reflection for a quadratic? Something like y equals negative x squared. So what do you think is going to make that happen with the square root function? So It's asking you to try to predict what kind of function will do that, and you should also make a function over here. So what do you think will make a shrink? Y equals blah, 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 blah. What do you think is going to make that happen? Okay, and then once you have made your predictions, okay, once you've guessed for each one of these, then you can go to Desmos and try to plug them in and see if what you put up there as your example executes or happens down there on the graphing calculator. Did it make a vertical stretch where everything increased in the y direction, where it looks like it's steeper, it went up more, okay? Or did it shrink? Did it decrease in the y direction, okay? Did you make it reflect over the x-axis, reflect over the y-axis? What did you do to make those things happen, or translate up or down or left or right? So first, though, again, it's very important. If you just plug them in, it's not as good. You're not going to remember it as much. You need to play around with it yourself. That is kind of the idea of this assignment. That's why I assigned this assignment, so you can kind of play with Desmos and kind of work with it yourself. And there's no kind of real time limit on that in terms of when you'll start to put it together, but you do need to play around and like plug things in up here first and kind of think about it, and then try it out down there and see if it works. And if it doesn't, then try again, try something else, okay? But keep playing around with it, see if you can figure out what is going to make these things happen with a radical or a square root function. What's going to make a stretch? What's going to make the different reflections or the different translations, okay? First day is just this one page of the packet. Tomorrow we'll kind of move on with it, but I want you to kind of toy with these things in your head today to start to get a sense of what you think is going to happen when we start working with radical functions, okay? If you still need help, let me know. Again, I will help you too, email or Zoom or contact, again, another classmate or something, but work on these things today, just this first page, okay?